Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. So on our right side, top right side, as the red Khmer, we're at 5.7. On the bottom left side, as the blue Lithuanians, we have Chuavechito. I am probably not pronouncing that right, but let's go ahead and cover each other's bonuses. For the Khmer, Siege and Elephant Civilization requires no building, requires advanced Nexus Age. Not really important bonus. Farmers don't require mills and town centers to drop off food, which can be quite nice. Battle Elephants move 10% faster, which can be quite nice as well. Villagers can garrison in houses, which is also good for defense. The biggest thing is that food benefit. And there is a big lake in the center, so both sides are going to be eyeing some early fishing ships to get some extra food in. So they're going to go for a lot of lumber on a lot of fishing ships. For the blue Lithuanians, start with additional food. Spearman line and skirmishers move faster, which can be useful. Garrison relics give a +1 attack to knights and lettuce, so he needs to make sure to get those relics. And we do have unique unit of the lettuce. It's like a lettuce has armor-piercing attacks, right? I may be mistaken about that. And Winged Hussar, which is like a extra upgrade for the Hussars, correct? If I remember correctly. Hill Forts, Talented gets +3 range. Power Shields, Spearman Lines, and Skirmishers get additional Pierce Armors. Now we've got some early fire galleys deployed on the field, and these red fishing ships will be cleaned up, which will give Blue a bit of a boon in extra food income with these fishing ships. He needs to capitalize getting some more villagers on lumber in order to maximize his food income. Basically, deploying out extra docks basically means getting out extra villagers without getting out extra villagers. Red Scout will win a fight, but then again, anybody can win a fight when your opponent does not have your back towards you and you just start wailing on his back and he's not even fighting back. And he's busy stabbing a building. We got a pair of regular galleys. Let's get some good hits there. He's going for harassment there. Very nice. One fishing ship down. And blue has a lot of fire galleys. Fire galleys generally counter galleys, while demolition rafts is what you use against fire galleys. Number of fishing ships have gone down. Very nice. So both sides have lost fishing ships. And that is a demolition raft there. You want to try to hit more than one, but sometimes you just go for what you can get. Demolition rafts have 90 damage. Fire galleys have 100 health. But looks like there's some damage resistance in the mix as well. Let's switch over to red. Let's see if there's another fire galley on the build queue. Or demolition rafts. No demolition rafts on the build queue. Looks like he has his own fire galleys being queued up. And it looks like that at least one is garrisoned inside the dock at the moment. And red's galleys are still out in the water, getting some kills down the fishing ships. So I think blue has no fishing ships on the field, other barring this one here. So overall, red is doing a good job after losing water control, making sure that his opponent can't benefit from it. So all these fire galleys is quite a bit of an investment as well. These palisade walls are being built, which will save that villager. Let's go ahead and pay a visit to the other villager as he immediately starts. He did some basic walls there. And a handful of archers being queued up, as well as scouts for red. Blue scouts will go ahead and fall back. This dock will be destroyed. And red's galleys are still on the field as well. Blue, however, does destroy that dock there, so once you get rid of those fire galleys, he should be able to maintain naval superiority and get out some more fishing ships. Red does have a decent force here, but blue scouts can go ahead and perhaps overrun those archers. And maybe we'll draw them close to these fire galleys as well. Nothing, won't find those. Maybe put a couple of those fire galleys in defensive and guard formation around these fishing ships. As we hear a whole bunch of farms being deployed on out. Not going for the berries at the moment. Now the fire galleys are receiving some fire. They do have 4 pierce armor, and these archers only have, what, 4 attack? 5 attack, but still 1 damage. And now these scouts are distracting Red's force now, and Red is fully walling off at least his ground. The naval, the sea is still a bit vulnerable, but there's nothing much you can do about that. Fire galleys are still over there. More and more fishing ships being deployed out by blue. Let's switch over to blue. Let's see what he's getting. As Castle H being researched, Red has nothing being researched. He's probably saving up for Castle H himself. He's approaching 800 food now, and now we do got these scouts engaging. Notice the scouts maybe on an old ground stance, because one of them looked like it was doing nothing. That scout does get cleaned on up. Let's take a quick look at the villager count. Blue does have 46 villagers. Red only has 37. I think that includes the fishing ships as well. Taking the fact that there's 7 fishing ships, now 8 fishing ships, or just 7. It would drop down his number to around 39, so I think they do technically count as the villagers in this queue up here, though I could be mistaken. If that is not the case, then Red is very, very far behind. The flamethrower on the fire galleys getting some good hit damage onto these forces. Even gets, it's not really that great damage, but any damage when they're not straight to the sea is not so great. And now there's another demolition raft, does get a good hit there as well. We focus on this fire galley there, does get a kill there. This fire galley is now pursuing. There is another dock on the field, building his own fire galley. Trying to make his way forward, but looks like some pretty big. There is a big hole right there, isn't there? And blue's now researched Castle Age. Both sides only have 200 stone, so no additional castles. And that house will not be walling in that region. There is a tree to block off that region. Fishing ships, of course, still fishing. Oh, that demolition raft. It could probably take out all those fishing ships at once, couldn't it? Blue's now deploying out a large number of knights. I heard a monastery being built. Red is going for his first monk, which will be useful claiming these relics. See, 3 relics. The Poles need to aim for those relics as well. Let's see if I don't see a monk on the build queue, nor a monastery. He needs to get those relics, because his knights get extra attack per relic. More demolition rafts being deployed out on the field. And you also got some war galleys in the dock as well. Red has definitely gone for his own monks. Definitely one reason why to get some gold income, but probably also to help deny his opponent's relics to make his knights not extra powerful. Lithuanians, do they get full upgrades as well, or do they have to rely on their bonus for some parts of it? But cavalry, they do miss the final melee attack, but of course the relics can make up for that. If he gets 1 relic, that should save it up for it. Huh. he never had those extra sheep. That could cause a bit of a problem in the early game. And these sheep were never picked up as well, so both sides were lacking sheep. He does kill off that monk before he loses a knight, and didn't get any relics appear to be. Yeah, no relics picked up. And blue has not gotten a monster yet either. Fire Galley does go ahead and burden down a palisade wall with the knights. Does claim this knight right there. Very, very nice. Sorry about that if you heard me sneeze. 3-3. Looks like both players are at maximum upgrades, or same level upgrades. Now got a bunch of war galleys and fire galleys. He's trying to hit this naval dockyard, the dock. And it looks like these monks are still trying to get some hits onto these knights. Knights are falling back. They are quite wounded. We got these scouts are trying to go for our harassment. Does maybe spot those sheep. Also, there's still these sheep as well. And it looks like one of the war galleys have been captured. And it will be quickly finished off. Blue's finally gone for his monster. There's one relic inside his walls. This one should be relatively safe to claim. These two are very good, very contestable, and this one is mutually contestable, but got a lot of red knights in the region as well. He's going to perhaps camp that, make sure it doesn't get captured up. So there may be some contention in that region. Dock slowly being damaged by the war galleys. It looks like blue is low on wood. Actually, no, he has automatic planting turned off. Monk does go down there. Very nice. And I heard a dee-doo. First relic being picked on up. That'll give the knights one extra attack damage. We already have one more damage because I saw here he has 2 levels of melee research as well. So he will be up 13 to 11. You will find this house right there. I think that's a house. Yes, it is. Another war galley gets converted. As the monk is receiving quite a bit of fire there from the war galley. He does get out of range, however. And the red knights do advance forward, and that actually makes it so that... Oh, there's also escape there. He broke down that wall or house. And does actually claim that knight there as well, so pick them up a free knight, and the monk is still alive. That is very important. Red doesn't have enough knights to contest with his opponent, and his opponent has, of course, the extra firepower as well. And all of Blue's worship is causing a bit of attrition damage onto Red's knights as they start advancing that direction. You got these knights advancing forward as well. There's only 3 of them, not a too significant number. And deploying out a mining camp to help wall that area in, as well as one to line up with some stone. You may have one eye defensive castle in this region. So right around there should be good. And Red is being a little bit passive. I'm not sure where his monk may have went, but getting some extra health on that knights wouldn't be half bad. And that house does go down. This one would like to go down as well. And these sheep has been claimed. I suppose those sheep are doing a good job of scouting from both sides, telling when they get captured. Blue has still maintained naval superiority, and the fishing ships have cleaned up most of the pond from the ship, or from the fish. Blah. You can eventually get out some more fishing ships if he wants to get out, and you can always get fishing traps later. Finds the monks, not monks, sheep once again. Does spot all these knights as well. Maybe allowing these war galleys sustained melee hits to allow the monk to grab the relic wouldn't be half bad. But it looks like these knights are going to push way forward, he wants to get that relic secured. This relic hasn't been, it's not there anymore. Did Blue claim it? He only has one relic there. It has Red claim that relic there. Yeah, Red has actually snagged that safe relic for Blue. That is actually pretty big. Because that one, so there, that denies one attack from the poles. Blue's also going to some more fishing ships. Let's see what's Red going for at the moment. He's going for Imperial Age. Blue has not even started Imperial Age. Blue also has a massive stockpile of gold, so maybe a good idea for Blue to start eyeing to tech up, or age up. Once you see his bonus gone for Imperial Age, he has a pretty good villager lead, thanks to the fishing ships. But once he sees that he has that age up, he's like, oh crap. And there's the age up now. Now there's a forward barracks has been spotted by these war galleys. Can the Poles get out cannon galleons? They can get, yes, they can get cannon galleons and elite cannon galleons. And I got a wave of barracks deployed up as well. Let's see what Red is eyeing. Going forward looks like Halberdier research. And they can get out 2 swordsmen. They don't really have technologies that make infantry units especially great, but the spearmen probably all he really needs, since he's probably going to be fighting against a whole bunch of knights. You got a castle here which help gain conscription as well. It now helps prevent the sea being claimed over there. Mining can't be obtained. Let's go ahead and let that farm expire. And now got villagers advancing forward. He has not enough stone for... There we go. Now you've got enough stone for the castle. So Red's going for a forward castle. Blue has a decent amount of ships over here, but it's not what he needs. Halberdiers now deployed on the front line, so it does let an opponent know that he has Halberdiers, and more Halberdiers being researched as well. Khmer, they can get Cavalier, but he doesn't have it queued up. Blue, is he going for Imperial Age? Yes, he's going for Imperial Age now. I also got some stone walls here, very nice. And it's going to claim himself a Halberdier, which actually a handful of Halberdier. Blue's going for a castle, a little bit farther back. This one will be complete. Blue's will be completed about the same time. Red will be completed. And both are now complete. Red is in Pure Age right now. Blue's in Pure Age now as well, so that means Trebuchets. Trebuchets can be deployed on out. Blue's has one Trebuchet on the build queue. Red is going for Trebuchet as well as looks like Cavalier upgrade. Up north, that's an observation post. And these war galleys can start sieging their way through these walls. We got a monk here. Khmer, you must only have 2 relics. Now Cavaliers are breaking through, getting some kills there on the villagers. First Trebuchet shot onto Blue's castle's connected. Second Trebuchet's been deployed out by Red as well. Going from another Trebuchet. Blue needs more Trebuchets trying to her up the castle now. Up here we do have the sheep being reclaimed once again. And we do have the observation post here, which spots all these sheep and now the scouts. Or like Cavalier, I should say. And now Blue only has Knight research. Where is his Cavalier research? Not even a build queue, so he's fighting Knights with Cavaliers. Sure, he has some extra relic damage boost, but he may need the Cavalier research sooner rather than later. Blue's going for some hand cannoneers to gauge these opponent's halberdiers. Very good. Blue's castle is severely wounded. Red is sustaining a bit of fire as well. Red is also a bit garrisoned, which has extra arrows, so it looks like he's garrisoned for extra arrows. Blue should stay alive. His castle should potentially stay alive, or stay alive longer than Red's. And Red's castle does go down, but allows the hand cannoneers to advance. And now Blue's trebuchet is getting hit by the Cavalier. Does get Cavalier's own before he even gets Knight's Cavalier's research. And Blue's going for some bombard cannons, eyeing to engage those trebuchets with those bombards. Looks like the amount of damage on the trebuchet was not enough to make a difference from that Cavalier. And his castle still being built, has plenty of stone for it, or resources. I don't know if it's stone or wood that gets used for repairs. That's something I don't know off the top of my head. But got some cannoneers here, being flanked by a Cavalier. Red's Cavaliers are advancing as well. And it looks like Red's trebuchets have been cleaned on up. Blue's trebuchets are being overran. Red's cannoneers need some good damage there on the halberdiers, but now they need to start hitting these Cavaliers. They do have good damage there. It doesn't get any conversions there, nor kills. Right, so put out another castle right there. It has a lot of infrastructure right here. It has a lot of potential reinforcements. Does claim a Cavalier there, very nice. The hand cannoneers are getting overran by these Cavaliers, and Red's Cavalier wasn't a full ground state, so it wasn't rushing down. We'll be trying to rush down that trebuchet now, very nice. Red's Cavaliers are being cleaned on up, and going for some light cavalry to mix in as well. Does kill off that trebuchet there with that captured converted Cavalier, very nice. It looks like Blue's not going to go for any more Knights or even Lightus. He could go for some Lightus, since he's probably not going to go for Knights or Cavaliers. That's maybe one reason why he's probably not getting Cavaliers, is probably he's going to go for Lightus. And the hand cannoneers do provide good damage all across more units. Sure, they're anti-infantry specialists, but yet they do provide a good punch versus Cavaliers as well. Red's going on another forward castle over here. Got the town center. Firing some arrows against that light cav or hussar. Blue does have some bombards here, trying to engage. We've also got some ballista elephants, which should actually be pretty effective versus those hand cannoneers. Blue's town center is almost down. Losing it's not a massive deal. It's a good hard point, but doesn't need any more villagers. Both sides are at around 150 villagers. Try and rush down these bombards. We'll get ripped apart by these cannoneers, but he may. And he's actually managed to save the bombard cannon by repairing with the villagers. Very nice. Ballista elephants are advancing. Hand cannoneers are firing back in return. Ballista elephants, maybe. Let's switch over back to red. We have the double ballista crossbow research, or scorpion bolt research. I do not see it, or I can even look it up. Hussars do go down. Start sieging the castle now. Got some pikemen here for defense, and hand cannoneers are advancing as well. Ballista elephants pushing the way forward. Trebuchets will stay alive, and now the more the hussars are getting cleaned on up, but still got a good number of ballista elephants. And hand cannoneers do find some range onto those ballista elephants. Hand cannoneers have a range of 7, ballista elephants only have a range of 5. That's not very far. Hand cannoneers are able to outrange them and have them maintain good high ground damage the entire time. High ground damage is quite useful for them since they already have a high damage per shot. I think even the bombard got a direct hit there on some of the ballista elephants. Red's maintaining good pressure, but overall he's losing more forces. He could potentially also throw some units or hand cannoneers inside the castle to get them more arrows. There we go. There's 10 arrow castles. Let's hop on the far side as well. Red has a number of own trebuchets as well. Starts trying to counter barrage these trebuchets. Let's clean up the blue trebuchets. Blue still has some bombard cannons, more like how it's deployed out by red, and now let's switch over back to blue. Going for more pikemen and trebuchets. No more hand cannoneers at the moment. Blue has a decent gold stockpile as well as wood, so he can get out some more bombard cannons and more trebuchets, but won't have enough. Does not have a whole lot of food remaining for hand cannoneers or pikemen. Hand cannoneers are starting to get whittled down by these light cavalry. Blue's castle is going to go down. Now he's trying to focus fire down some of these trebuchets. And the garrison does go down there. Halberdiers are advancing, and cannoneers are getting some great damage from the high ground. Blue's starting to lose some important infrastructure. Red is making some slow advancements. Red looks like he has a massive amount of gold now. He must have a big sell-off of resources. Blue still has actually a gold deposit up there, so we can actually perhaps claim it. More halberdiers being researched by, or being built by, not halberdiers, pikemen by blue. Not a whole lot of hand cannoneers remaining. The hussars are getting those bombards. Two of those bombards just went down there. Got some skirmishers being deployed out as well to engage those halberdiers. Those hand cannoneers are even more important at the moment, but it looks like there's none remaining. Both sides are just throwing in a bunch of mass at their opponents. Red is getting a bit of a stockpile right now. And blue has basically abandoned most of these farms. You can go for fishing ships and fishing traps. And it looks like blue may have backed out of the game. Yep, blue is backed out of the game. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.